It's late, the room is dark, and one wrong click sends you spiraling down an internet rabbit hole into something entirely unexplainable. Take the viral "I Feel Fantastic" video. A stiff, wide-eyed android named Tara appeared online, singing an eerie, looping melody while wearing different outfits. The internet quickly formed a terrifying consensus. The robot was built by a disturbed criminal who was dressing it in the clothes of his victims. Or consider the Dream Man phenomenon from 2008. A website asked a simple question: "Have you dreamed of this man?" accompanied by a generic police sketch. Within a year, over 10,000 people wrote in, swearing they had seen his exact face in their sleep. Stripped of its original context, a creepy video or a strange sketch becomes a blank canvas. When we encounter an information vacuum online, our psychology instinctively fills the void with the most maximalist, sinister explanation available. But crowdsourced sleuthing specializes in dragging these myths into the light. A simple reverse IP lookup by forum users traced the entire Dream Man website directly to an Italian sociologist running an attention-grabbing marketing stunt. Deep dives into obscure Android enthusiast forums from 2001 proved the singing robot was equally harmless. She was built by an eccentric inventor named John Bergeron for $2,000 as a failed entertainment prototype. Then there's the Japanese horror game Yuta no Tatari. Players discovered that walking through 3 traditional shrine gates triggered a hidden timer. When it ran out, the screen flashed white and displayed a heavily shadowed photo of a woman's face. The image was so low quality and disturbing, players were convinced it was a real photograph of human remains hidden in the game's code. After nearly a decade of speculation, a Reddit user finally tracked down the exact frame. It was pulled directly from the promotional trailer for a 2007 Japanese horror film called Hair Extensions. At the lowest stakes, a digital myth can terrify millions. Yet, a decentralized network of researchers can dismantle years of panic in an afternoon, proving that the monsters under the digital bed are usually just forgotten art projects and indie movie trailers. The internet's detective work changes completely when these mysteries cross into physical space. Remote surveillance creates entirely new types of paranoia. Scouring Google Maps in early 2025, users spotted a massive cry for help inside a Los Angeles rail yard. The words "help," "federal," and LAPD were constructed out of giant wooden boards and pipes. Because the site was near a known hub for railway theft, online communities immediately assumed it was a signal from victims of organized trafficking or forced labor. To bypass the blind spots of a satellite lens, a local citizen traveled to the exact coordinates with a camera. Ground-level footage showed the rail yard was surrounded by encampments. The giant messages were actually built over several years by a local homelessman. Top-down digital surveillance easily generates panic by stripping away localized context. It requires ground-level human verification to turn a terrifying conspiracy into the reality of a single person's long-term project. In 2015, a Reddit user named R. Bradbury posted a desperate plea for legal advice. He lived alone, but kept finding post-it notes with strange handwriting on his desk, warning him to save his documents and claiming his landlord was interfering. When he set up a webcam to catch the intruder, he found the video files completely deleted from his hard drive. While hundreds of commenters speculated about stalkers, a user named Kakerlach noticed a detail in an older post about Bradbury sleeping in a small, windowless bedroom. Ignoring the intruder theory, Kakerlach asked a highly specific medical question. Do you get bad headaches? Carbon monoxide is an invisible, odorless gas. In a poorly ventilated room, it builds up rapidly, displacing oxygen in the bloodstream without the victim ever realizing it's happening. Prolonged exposure causes severe confusion and memory loss. Bradbury immediately bought a detector, and the alarm sounded the moment he plugged it in. The missing webcam files were due to a minor software glitch, and the intruder was Bradbury himself, writing the notes in a poisoned delirium and completely forgetting he did it. An isolated individual trapped in a feedback loop of their own fear can easily miss the actual threat. But a crowdsourced community of thousands can instantly diagnose an invisible physical danger, saving a life in the process. Sometimes this collective intelligence is forced to confront the darkest aspects of reality. In April 2022, 10-year-old Lily Peters disappeared during a short bike ride to her aunt's house. Police quickly found her abandoned bike on a trail, and the next morning, her body was discovered hidden under leaves. Investigators had no clear leads. The breakthrough came from the true crime subreddit. A user named HomesliceNation4 posted that they had been walking that same trail, playing Pokemon Go on the afternoon Lily vanished. The user noted seeing Lily in her pink and purple hoodie, walking with a specific teenager. That single, hyper-specific observation was reported to the tip line. Within hours, police arrested Lily's 14-year-old cousin, who confessed to the premeditated murder. The internet is an incredibly efficient machine for inventing monsters where none exist, but it is also a decentralized network of millions of eyes. When mobilized, it strips away the myths and exposes the fact that the real world is both deeply rational and tragically real.